Okay, let's stay with this story now. Ганна Гопко is a former Ukrainian politician and chair of the Ukrainian Parliament's Foreign Affairs Committee. She's now an anti-corruption campaigner. Thank you very much for coming on the programme.
Thank you for inviting me.
So, first of all, let's just quickly deal with these Russian claims that they have been withdrawing troops over the last couple of days. Do you believe them?
No, because actually the real de-escalation means for us the restoration of territorial integrity and sovereignty of Ukraine. So, and now we understand the Putin strategy to use this massive buildup to blackmail the collective West and to use this 140,000 of troops to push Ukraine for some compromises.
Well, interestingly, I spoke to a foreign policy expert a couple of days ago saying that his position should be that the West should give Russia a deadline and impose sanctions, for example, on Russia if, for example, those troops aren't pulled back from its border by the end of the week. Now, clearly that isn't the policy at the moment, but would you support something more assertive like that?
Of course, I think this is the right approach. It's finally the time for the West to show their strength and not to allow Putin to consider some hesitation of the West as a weaknesses. Because look, if one day, for example, US, UK and the EU will make a consolidated and united statement that Putin, you have just 1 week to start de-escalation, to withdrawal of your troops. If nothing happens, then Nord Stream 2 will be stopped. New sanctions against your oligarchs and tougher sanctions will be imposed. We will also consider embargo for energy sources like gas, and we will really implement diversification of gas supply to the European Union. Okay. So actually now it's time to the West to tell Putin where is his place is, because Russian economy is like Spain economy and Putin just blackmailing, and so I agree with this approach.
Okay, we will see if that is implemented or not. I just want to get, because of your expertise, this area obviously of eastern Ukraine, we're being warned now, the White House was warning that we could see these so-called false flag events, which is reports of provocation from Ukrainians against Russia, acting therefore as an excuse for an incursion, as an invasion. Is that something that you see as credible?
Yeah, because this is the one of the options for Russia to use their representatives in the temporary occupied Donetsk and Lugansk area to start provoking for and to have reason for new incursion and new invasion or escalation in Donbass.
And given that warnings from the White House that may happen, do you think that has any effect, or will that affect Putin's approach at all?
Actually, there are many military options for Putin to conduct new invasion, new attacks on Ukraine, including to use the territory of Belarus, which is under total control of Putin now. But Donbass, it's probably one of the most easiest option for Putin for escalation, and then for another higher level contacts with Putin, because for Putin it's also important to show his oligarchs that he is not in the isolation, that he could solve their problems with sanctions, because the popularity of Putin is dropping down, dramatically decreased, and he needs to demonstrate that he is a superman and he is a real leader, and another big geopolitical players are talking to him.
Okay, Ганна Гопко, thank you very much for coming on the programme. Thank you.